We are now talking to 12-year MLB catcher and West Michigan's Whitecaps manager, Brayan Pena. What's going on, Brayan?
Hey guys, thank you for having me. It's an honor. I mean, I know we're trying to, to communicate, but obviously, with our busy schedule and our season, but I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate, both of you guys, inviting me over, and I'm ready to roll.
So what is it like? I mean, retiring from baseball and becoming a manager of a minor league team?
It's been awesome. Obviously, our organization, the Detroit Tigers, gave me an opportunity to be here. I just have a chance, to do something special. And what I mean by that is like I'm having a chance to give back, baseball, because, this game, it gave me everything. It gave me, something that I never expect. And that was, being able to play, at the highest level for so many years. But with that being said, it's not about me. It's about our organization. It's about our players, and I'm super excited about the future. And I'm so glad that I can do something, to help our players, to be successful and representing us, someday in Detroit.
So when you first started managing, what were some of the biggest things that you were surprised at, maybe the biggest difficulties coming in when you first started in 2019? And also with the sabermetrics now and analytics that baseball uses, how do you think that's changed managing from the managers that you played for?
Well, I really, I have a blessing and an opportunity, to play for a lot of great managers, and some of them future Hall of Famers, for me, it's like a little bit of everything, because I was a backup, pretty much my entire career at the highest level. So I had a chance, to learn from them. I had a chance to be close to them. And I knew sooner or later that I was going to be, coaching. I knew sooner or later that, that was my destination, because, my mom and my dad, they were teachers in Cuba, and, it's in the blood, but with that being said, man, I am a numbers guy. I really believe in numbers. I do believe, in the metrics. I do believe, in the analytics, part of the game. But, with that being said, you also have to understand that, you have to use it, the right way. You have to understand, you have to learn to know, how to read it correctly, and also, especially at the levels that I'm coaching, also to make sure that our guys, they understand that. I think that is, the challenge, because obviously we have, players from different backgrounds, from Latin America, Venezuela, Dominican, Cuba, Mexico, and then also we have American players that they come from different college, they come from different, places, and you have to make sure that they understand what we're trying to do, they understand the process, and it's a beautiful thing. It's not going to guarantee that you're going to go out there and win every single night, but at least it guarantees that our players, they're going to be better every single night. And that is our goal. That is exactly what we're trying to do. And, I'm very excited, man. Very excited about, my position. Very excited about the way our organization, is handle business. And, the sky's the limit for our younger players.
Brayan, we all know the catcher is the quarterback on the field. A lot of people look at each position, shortstop, out, obviously center field, and even pitcher as the most important positions. But I think the most important position is the catching position. They're the ones that are telling the infield where to go and where to maneuver, and calling out signals, what the manager is calling on the bench. And then you're actually calling the game for the pitcher. What is it like being behind the plate and calling a game?
You obviously, I wish I had, but I never played, the quarterback position. But, everybody compared, the catching position, like a quarterback position. Why? Because you got everything in front of you. Obviously, they have the running back and the fullback, because I have, I forced myself to learn, football, because I love the game. Mm-hmm. So, I still struggling, with some positions, but with that being said, man, it's all about leadership. I think, everybody's not, is not vocal. Everybody's not, is one of those Brayan Pena guys that goes out there and is super loud in Spanish and English. I love to have fun. I love to enjoy it. I love to, our players, to go out there and do that. But with that being said, there is some responsibilities, and obviously, when you play the catching position, you learn a lot of stuff. You learn how to communicate with people. That's very important. I think you have a chance to communicate with position players, with pitchers, with your coaches, with your manager, with the umpires, with the media. And at times, in my case, I had to translate too. So you got involved with a little bit of everything, and obviously, that position gave me a lot of experience, and and I play with great ones. I play with a lot of great and players and future Hall of Famers. Some of them, they are in the Hall of Fame already. But with that being said, man, it's all about leadership. It's all about understanding. What we're trying to do is it's all about understanding that it's not about you. It's about your players. It's about the goals and that organization wants, and also, and more important, it's about to be give back. It's about to understand that it's time for them to shine. It's time for them to go out there and compete every single day, and that's what we're doing. With the Tigers, we are trying to make sure that our players understand that the future is bright. It's great to be a Tiger today. Because we give him a lot of opportunity to a younger, players, and and that's what it's all about. Like, for example, yesterday Gary Hill, he threw, for us, and he threw, he pitched extremely well. He got the decision, and then like around 11 o'clock, I got a FaceTime, and he was him calling me, because I never drink. I don't drink at all, barely in that very, very small, occasions. And obviously, when I am coaching and managing, and I don't do that, but with that being said, I remember back in 2018, I told him, that was the first year that I started managing. And I told him, I say, hey, listen, the day that you get to the big league, I'm going to drink a beer, on your name. And man, he remembered that, and he called me FaceTime because he wanted to make sure that I wasn't bluffing about it. And, I didn't drink the beer, but, I was very happy, man. Very excited, about to see him, about to see Torkelson, Riley Green, Bob Brisky, about seeing guys like that, you have an opportunity to work with, beautiful players like them. And then that, just to see them, at the big league level, representing the Detroit Tigers and representing that everything, that organization is all about, and the coaches and everybody who has something to do, with them to, to get there. And it's an amazing feeling, man. Obviously, when you start coaching lower levels and when you manage lower level, you go like, well, our guys are still a little far away, from making that happen. But now when you sit down and then you see them play, and then you see them, playing in Valley Sport, Detroit, and you go like, wow, I can't believe that those guys are in the big league, but they made it, and they make all of us proud, man.
So you mentioned that you're from Cuba. I actually read that you came over to the United States in 1999. So what was your story like of coming over from Cuba, which again has caused a lot of trouble for a lot of different people? And also you see a path where they make it easier for a lot of these baseball players, especially because they have a lot of talented professional baseball players that come over. Do you see a path where it gets easier for them in the future?
I'm going to be honest with you. I defect, with the Cuban national team when I was 16. So I had to escape from my country. I had to escape from everything that my country, represent. And, I escaped in Venezuela. And then, I signed with the Brave. And the Brave, they were the team that gave me an opportunity to become a professional baseball player. So I'm very thankful. I always will be very thankful to Atlanta Braves because, they welcome me, and they make sure that I pursue my dream. But with that being said, it's all about America. It's all about this great country. I love this country. I am so proud of being an American citizen. I'm so humble and so grateful, to this great country to give me an opportunity to sit down here with you guys, to give me an opportunity, to continue to do what I do. And that is love my family. That is love what I do and continue, to be free. And I don't see that happening. With the Cuban government, it's very difficult to negotiate with them. I see, our guys, that they're going to continue, to do whatever they have to do to be free. They're going to continue, to escape, from delegations and take, raft and being treated like, like guys that they're not welcome, in your country. And it's very hard. It's very hard. It's a very difficult topic, because we just want to play baseball. That's what we want to do. We want to play baseball like Dominicans, like the Venezuelans, like the Mexicans, like Puerto Ricans. That is exactly what we're trying to do. And then for your country to treat you like a trader, for your country, to make sure that your family lose their job, like the way mine did. When I make that decision of defecting, my mom and my dad, they both lose their job, and that was on me. That was my responsibility because of the decision that I made. So that even drove me even more to become somebody, because now it was my time to take care of the family. It was my time to do whatever I had to do to provide for my family. And it's very difficult, man. It's very hard because, like I say, in my country we're not a free country. I don't want to make this a political interview or anything like that.
No, it's
but
not.
I gotta give you, our reality. I gotta give you my heart, and we're suffering. We really are suffering because I don't see any change. Like for example, the other day, a 15-year-old young man, came out, and then he wrote a sign, and this sign, that he wrote, it was like, "We need freedom, we need food, we're starving, we're dying here," and the Cuban government sent him to jail for 20 years. 20 years. So that young man is not allowed to come out of jail, until he's 35. So can you believe that? I mean, how can you do that, to a future generation?
Right.
Only because you want to continue to send a message that they are dictators. It's a very, very hard government. And I love my country, I love my people, I love what my people represent. But our government, something needs to change, and that's why we're trying to do whatever we have to do, to continue to support our people. And me being in this chair, I just want to make all of them proud, man. I just want to make them proud. I just want them to know that all of us that are here, we're just trying to make them proud and support them. But that was my story. I had to escape, and I jumped out of the window because I was looking for freedom. I didn't want to get caught, because if I got caught, I would send it back to Cuba, and probably we're going to end up, to be in jail, because I defect, when I was 16. So it's a long story. But like I said before, I don't want to sound like a broken record. But our great country, give me a chance, give me an opportunity, to be somebody, and I will always be thankful and grateful to this great country. And I love America.
We've watched the game, and the game has completely transitioned. I mean, with the new rules, and obviously we've had one commissioner to another commissioner. I think Rob Manfred is the worst commissioner in professional sports. I think the guy's a complete idiot. That's just my opinion. You look at the league now, and now every other pitcher is throwing over 100 miles per hour. These pitchers are unbelievable. They're all throwing an off-speed pitch over 90 miles per hour. What is it like from the time that you were catching in the mid-2000s all the way to now in the game? And obviously, you haven't been out of the game for that long, but you see the transition. I mean, every single pitcher, every single team has a pitcher that throws over 100 miles per hour, and they have 3 guys in the bullpen that throws 100 miles per hour. I mean, remember when Aroldis Chapman came into the league, and he was the first guy to really throw 102, 103? Now you have like 8 or 9 guys in the league that can throw that hard. So what is it? Is it Lucky Charms or something? What are they, spinach or something? What the heck are they taking now?
The game evolved, man. There is a lot of information out there. There is a lot of communication between players, coaches, and also, our guys. And when I mean our guys, I'm talking about the industry. They understand, their strength and weakness better than we used to back in my days, And what I mean back in my days, I'm talking about 2018, and it looks like it's been like almost, a decade or, something like that. But, it's just like one of the things that the players now, they understand, what they need to do to be better. They understand, what I'm saying, that they have to be stronger. They understand, how to use, the analytics information that we are giving them, in their advantage. And when you do that, you continue to make adjustments. You continue to do whatever you have to do to survive. Because right now, the competition level is very up there, especially for the younger players, because everybody's pushing. Everybody's pushing at each other, and it has become a very healthy competition. And like you say, I caught, for Cincinnati for 2 years, and 14 and 15. and Chapman, he was our closer when that happened, you know, and I felt like I was doing something extraordinary. You know, I'm catching my countrymen, and also I'm catching one of the guys. They only throw over 100 miles per hour, so I tend not to screw up. You know, I had to make sure because all eyes were me. You know what I mean? Because I was the guy.
So was the ball. I couldn't imagine that ball hitting you.
Okay, exactly. You know,